Today an NCAA record 338th consecutive sellout crowd here at Memorial Stadium. Rutgers in town with a 5-2 record. Nebraska at 6-1. They are a game out of first place right now in the Big Ten West. Here's what to watch for today, folks. We've got one of the top rushers in the country in Amir Abdullah, the first Husker, Joey, with 3 1,000-yard seasons.
Yeah, he's outstanding, and he is the key to this Nebraska offense. When he's going, Tommy Armstrong is going, and they just are a better football team when they get Amir Abdullah off.
Rutgers has an experienced quarterback in Gary Nova. He is their career passing touchdown leader. A look to add to that list today.
Yeah, when he's comfortable in the pocket, he plays as well as anybody. Has to take care of the ball today for Rutgers to have a chance to win.
And he'll probably need eyes in the back of his head as well, because Randy Greger will be chasing him all day long. He is a projected top 5 NFL pick.
Yeah, and he is worth the price of admission. He's a guy on defense that is fun to watch. 6'6", 250, an athletic kid all over the field.
Nebraska won the toss. They have deferred. Rutgers will receive, and we can report as we take a look at Kyle Flood now in his 3rd season at Rutgers, 20-13 overall. He has suspended a couple of players for a violation of team rules. One of them is their starting receiver and kick returner, Janarian Grant. So immediately an impact. We do expect to see Grant available again in the second half, but it is Josh Hicks, a true freshman, and Justin Goodwin, who are the deep men to field kicks here in the first half. And it is Hicks who will bring it out of the end zone. And he ends up losing about 7 net yards because they're back inside the 20 to start things off. West is still up for grabs. And still over a month to go in the season, and the first play, a handoff to Desmond Peoples. Over to the air, and he hits his fullback Burton out to the 30-yard line. They'll pick up the first down. They struggled on the road last week at the Shoe against Ohio State, looking for a better start, and they are off to one thus far. The favorite target is Leonte Carew from the Husker defense. Nice hole off the right side for Peoples. Peoples scored his first 2 career touchdowns in the loss last week. He'll get the call once again to the 40-yard line. Rutgers moving it effectively here early. And 2nd and 10. Pressure coming. The pass is away, incomplete. He was looking downfield for Truzilli. Again, it was Mitchell on the coverage.
And this brings up 3rd and 10. And this is where you keep your eyes on Randy Gregory, the defensive end for Nebraska. This will put some more linebackers on the field, get some of the big linemen off, move around a little bit, and now they'll have a chance to come after Nova. They set up the 3rd and 10. This is where they want to be defensively. Now let's see what they do, where they move their pieces around, and if Rutgers can handle it on the offensive side of the ball and give Nova a chance to throw a pass.
Rutgers will have his hands down in the turf to the top of your screen. Coming off the left edge, good protection, Nova. The pass is caught down to the 31-yard line. It'll depend on the spot. Leonte Carew brought down by Zaire Anderson. Looks like they're going to be a couple inches shy. Peoples trying to burrow his way inside the 30. Still waiting to see where the placement is. The ball is outside the 30, and that appears to be short. Over 2,000 yards of total offense already this year for Tommy Armstrong. That's the 2nd best start in school history. Only Joe Gans in 2008 has been better for the early part of the season, and his first pass is caught by Jordan Westerkamp. First down. Bell is the wide out to the bottom of the screen. They'll run it with Abdullah to the left. A nice cutback, slices his way inside the 45, and a nice chunk gain. Quentin Gauze with the tackle. 4th best rushing yardage numbers in the country. He has 4 touchdowns last week, a career high for Amir. Armstrong on the rollout. Toss is completed to Alonzo Moore, the sophomore out of Winfield, Louisiana, and that's good for a first down. Leads just 6 catches and 70 yards. The receiver screen to Bell. Gets a nice block by Westerkamp. Close to another first down. Abdullah up the gut. Gets the first down. The 27-yard line. He has been a terrific fit here at Nebraska. He'll get the call again. Slices his way back to the inside, and a flag is down as Abdullah goes down at the 22.
There is no foul for the play for a chop block. Both of the blocks were high.
2nd and 5. Abdullah's offset. Armstrong adjusts. He'll throw it to Moore, who couldn't hang on, dropped it at the 10. And another flag right in the middle of the field.
Personal foul, hands to the face. Defense number 95. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Armstrong to throw to.
He's going to keep it. Armstrong dancing down the middle and then cuts it to the outside. Touchdown, Huskers. Tommy Armstrong takes it in from 16 yards out as they go 69 yards in 9 plays in just under 4 minutes. Extra point from Drew Brown is good. Tommy Armstrong on the read option. Hangs on. Nice move to get to the outside and wins the foot race.
We'll be right back with BTN Football in 60, presented by Quicken Loans after these messages.
An important aspect of today's game for Kyle Flood was to maintain their poise early and stay close. Again, with Grant suspended for the first half, this is Hicks, and this time a better return out to the 29-yard line. This was Goodwin off the right side, wrapped up just outside the 35. And over to Goodwin. May have gotten there just outside the 39. It'll depend on the spot. Rutgers did pick up the first down, so they'll move the sticks. From their own 39, that's the tight end Croft in motion. They'll use him as another blocker for Goodwin. Slammed to the turf by Anderson at the 41.
And you do not want to see 3rd and long, so this is an important play to try to get 4 or 5 yards just to stay at that 3rd and long situation.
Over the pass, popped up in the air and incomplete. David Santos almost was able to reel it in, but here we go again with a 3rd and long, now 3rd and 8.
There's Gregory standing up, Beth. This is where you got to keep your eye on him, then move him around so he gets lost in the protection. We'll see if he can get to the quarterback.
Good protection, Carew with the catch and a first down to the 35-yard line. They ran the quick slant knowing the heat was coming, Joey, and they beat it.
This is what we talked about, Nebraska moving Gregory around, standing him up. You can see right in the middle of your screen, and they pick him up. They find him, little hand to the face, little face mask. Sometimes that happens when you're in the line, but if you can protect, give Nova a chance to get this ball out. He finds Carew.
23 yards to Leonte. That was with the backup center. And now the loss of a couple of yards here. How about?
They're going to need him to be big also. We talked about the man-to-man bump and run coverage outside. Carew's going to have to be that guy that finds a way to make a play outside and bail Nova out when they bring the rush.
Nova play action, good protection, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary, who breaks a couple of tackles on his way down the sideline, and he stepped out of bounds. 3rd pick of the season for Nate Gary, as he takes it 27 yards the other way, and the Nebraska defense with a presence immediately.
And Crew's just coming across the field here, and you can see the safety bearing down as Jerry just coming downhill, reads the crossing route. The receiver coming across has got to do a better job of freezing the safety. You can tell his eyes are already back at the quarterback. That allows a safety to read that route and come downhill. If you're the receiver, come in, put your eyes on the safety, freeze him, and then break away across the field, and you'll be wide open.
4th down stop, and now a pick for the Black Shirts. Armstrong deep down the middle through the hands of Alonzo Moore. On 2nd down, to the air again, snagged by Kenny Bell, who whirls down inside the 35 and a 1st down. They are really low, by the way, in the studio. Abdullah around the edge and out of bounds. Steve Longa able to chase him out there.
I think they're that good. There's that kind of stable running backs in the Big Ten.
Armstrong will keep. He's got a 16-yard touchdown run today. He'll get to the 25, and that's it.
Rutgers has to find a way to get off the field. I expect to see some blitz here on 3rd down. I expect to see some shifting, some movement up front. They're undersized, so they have to move around. They're not just going to run over this offensive line for Nebraska. So look for some blitz, look for some linebacker movement.
Showing blitz off the left side. And that's where they'll come from. Armstrong will throw the other way. Incomplete. Fires it over the top of Moore.
I like the defensive call. You have to get some guys on Armstrong. He just looks too comfortable right now. You know, even bringing the blitz there, he had a chance to get this ball out, but he realizes this blitz is coming. He knows he has to get this ball out, bring your coverage up, and make a play on 3rd down, and just give your team a chance in this game, because if you just sit back, then you're going to be in trouble on defense if you're Rutgers.
42-yard attempt here for Drew Brown, the true freshman from Southlake, Texas. Within his range, he's got a long of 44 this year. Spot down, the kick is on its way, and the kick is no good. Missed opportunity for points off of the interception for Nebraska. It remains 7-0, 1:37 to go here in the 1st half. That takes a little air out of the building for the time being. On the Rutgers side, though, Kyle Flood loves it. Big stop, as you referenced, Joey, for that defensive unit.
Yeah, and they needed that. Talked about last week when they went into Ohio Stadium. He said they were a little bit in awe. They were in front of 106,000. Wanted to get off to a better start today. They're down 7. They needed that stop to get the ball back. Don't allow Nebraska to continue to put points on the board.
Peoples back in at tailback. He'll pick up a couple. Peoples, short yards, will set up another 3rd and long.
Yeah, and this seems to be the theme so far in this game with your Rutgers. Is you're getting yourself put in these 3rd longs. I understand trying to establish the run, but you have got to do something to gain more yards on 1st down. You may not be able to just run over this Nebraska defense. You got to be a little bit more creative, gain more yards, and stay out of these 3rd longs.
Let's find Randy Gregory. He's standing up, looking like a middle linebacker right now. Now starting to back off a little bit. Trying the left side. Nova steps up. Gregory gives chase. And Nova's pass is away, and it's caught. Big gainer for Rutgers. Carew darting down the sideline, and the cutback for the touchdown. The senior Gary Nova got away from Gregory, found Carew. 71 yards later, they're looking to tie it up.
And you see the running back, Burton, paying attention to where Gregory is. Gregory loops outside, Burton goes with him. And again, this is Carew getting into the secondary. That's his 4th catch, 121 yards.
Rutgers continues to make plays with the long ball. Usually it's Andrew Turzilli on the receiving end. This time it's Carew. And after the missed field goal at one end, the quick strike for Rutgers, and they are even here at Memorial Stadium with 10 seconds to go. There have been so many ups and downs during the career of Gary Nova. He's been able to bounce back on so many occasions. And finding Carew, that's the 2nd time this year they've linked up for better than 70 yards on a score. Armstrong on 1st down to Abdul. Nice slash back to the inside and out across the 40. Yeah, I don't know if many people preseason, Joey, would have thought we'd be talking more about J.T. Barrett than Christian Hackenberg going into this game.
We'll be right back with BTN Football in 60, presented by Quicken Loans after these messages.
Back to the Husker offense. Amir Abdullah out across the 40 to the 43. On 3rd and 1. Abdullah spins to pick up the yardage necessary to keep the drive alive. Kenny Bell's down to the bottom of the screen. They'll run Abdullah the other way, trying to get to the edge. The nice cut back at midfield, and Abdullah with a burst, and he's gone. We talk about the elusiveness of Abdullah. Lorenzo Waters just found out up close and personal right here.
Yeah, and then the spurt. Watch the spurt when he decides where he's going. He gets there better than any other running back in the country.
53 yards for Abdullah. PAT is good, and it's 14-7 Nebraska. Amir Abdullah with his 3rd run of the season for over 50 yards. He takes it 53 to the house and a 14-7 lead. Janarian Grant, once again, the usual kick return man, suspended for the first half here for Rutgers. So this is Hicks out across the 20 and gets out to the 26. Sometimes?
Yeah, just getting away.
Good pitch to Goodwin. He'll pick up a couple of yards. 2nd and 10. Play action Nova. And the rollout. Diving grab at the 40, and it's hauled in by the tight end, Tyler Croft. First down, Rutgers.
Outstanding catch here by Croft. You want to get Nova outside the pocket, let him move around, let him throw the ball. You need these kind of catches. This is a tight end laying out, off the ground, complete body extension, and snatches that one out the air.
And it is, in fact, Robert now getting an opportunity. The cutback runs into his own offensive lineman and also Randy Gregory, and that's not the spot to be. Nova with pressure up the middle, incomplete.
And you know, if you're the other defensive lineman for Nebraska, if you're Kevin Williams, you know you're going to get the single man block because they have to pay attention to Gregory. And if you get singled up, you've got to beat your guy man to man to get to the quarterback.
Demarne Pearsonell is the deep man. He's got 2 returns for touchdowns this year. The freshman trying to get to the outside. Oh, he's going to be fun to watch over the next several years. Out to the 35. Lighten up the scoreboard. Armstrong keeps and throws to Westerkamp out across midfield. First down, Nebraska. Abdullah will try and narrow the gap. Another great burst from Amir. A foot race, the 10-5, touchdown Abdullah. 48 yards. And now Abdullah on the day, touchdowns of 48 and 53 yards. He's already up to a $134 on the ground. The PAT is good, and it's a 2-touchdown lead. Alex Lewis and Mike Mowdy also in on the fun up front for Nebraska.
Great blocking up front, and then watch Amir Abdullah just being patient. There it is. Put the foot in the ground and get upfield. And once he does that, you can see the separation. You see the quickness, and that's what, again, separates certain running backs from others. When you can put your foot in the ground at this moment where you see where you want to go and it opens up, and that spurt, there's 3 or 4 guys for Rutgers within arm distance thinking they have a shot at Amir Abdullah until he decides to turn it on, and then he leaves everyone in the dust.
And this today begins a stretch where they'll face Abdullah, then Melvin Gordon and Coleman at Indiana as they are welcome to the Big Ten Conference. Out across the 20, and that's Gordon, another guy who's already over 1,000 yards on the season. He had 4 touchdowns against Illinois last week, getting back to work today. And Nova under pressure, and down he goes, sacked by Malik Collins on first down. Over the draw to Peoples, nowhere to go, and it is 3rd and forever.
Here he is up top with his hand in the ground. I think that's where he's the most effective at defensive end.
Triple teamed. And incomplete on the throw. Rutgers had 3.
Now on the other side, Nova, as your quarterback, has to realize he's protected in this situation. He has time to stand in the pocket, let the play develop. Don't always get into a rush, assuming that you're going to be pressured. At times, trust your guys to block the defense, which they did very well there.
A tackle, a tight end, and a fullback, all helping out on Randy Gregory, but they are still able to force the punt. Pearsonell wrapped up immediately and taken down at the 40. 4 straight games of over 50 points for that Buckeye offense. Armstrong off the pump fake. Throws that one out of bounds.
And people are no longer thinking that this is a 3-loss team because J.T. Barrett has been that good.
Armstrong on 2nd down, out of the flat. Moore, did he get a foot down? No, incomplete. 3rd and 10.
That ball that far to the sideline. There's one thing that has impressed me when I've watched Armstrong on film, it's his arm strength.
They've converted 3 of 4. Armstrong pass is picked off. Threw it to Anthony Chaffee after his receiver went out of bounds. And the turnover for Rutgers. Goodwin back in at tailback. And the run to the right side, wrapped up right at the 45-yard line. Josh Banderas, the middle linebacker. You know, we talked about the black shirts going out. 16 guys got them, including Josh Banderas, but he decided not to wear his this week. He says, I still have work to do to earn mine. Getting a little closer with a play like that.
2nd down and 9 from the 46-yard line.
For the sophomore from right here in Lincoln, it's 2nd and 9. Nova hit as he throws, incomplete. 3rd and long again. Pass downfield, incomplete. Overthrowing John Simmis.
And right now, it looks like Nova's in a hurry on these 3rd downs. Looks like he's in a rush as if he thinks he's going to get pressure. But the last 2 3rd downs, he's had a chance to stand in the pocket. He's missed his last 4 throws. Just needs to relax a little bit.
Running situation again. Pearsonell, nice boot. He's chased back inside his 5. He'll let it bounce, and it comes back into play. Took a Rutgers turn. They'll down it at the 6 after it appeared to be heading into the end zone.
We'll be right back with BTN Football in 60, presented by Quicken Loans after these messages.
It is Abdul by himself in the end zone. Stepping over some downed linemen, gets out across the 10.
That's 11 carries for 139 yards because he has the ability to see that hole and hit it and get through it to break off a big run.
Well, on his way towards another 200-yard rushing day. He's got 3 of those this season as well. Able to put the helmet down and get close to that 1st down marker out at the 16-yard line. Abdullah met by Snyder at the line of scrimmage. Reaches out to the 18-yard line, and he's got the 1st down. He'll take a break right here. It's Newby, the sophomore from Los Angeles, now in. The snap wide of Armstrong, and Newby has to dive on it all the way back inside the 10 to the 8. Here, Big Ten country, 21-7 Nebraska. Abdullah with a couple of long touchdown runs, and Tommy Armstrong with a touchdown run. Looking deep downfield. There's a collision around the 45, no flag.
And I think that's a good no call. I think that, you know, the ball's in the air, both guys looking up, trying to play the ball. Sometimes your feet get tangled up. I think that Glashen did a nice job in coverage here. That should be a no call.
3rd and 20 now for the Huskers. No love for your fellow receiver Kenny Bell on that one, huh, Joseph?
Well, number one, the ball would have had to be a little closer.
Yeah.
I think you forced the official to say something if it's a little closer. A ball that far out, I don't think Bell could have gotten there anyway.
Glashen is the best cover guy, according to the coaches, a 5th-year senior out of Miami. Kenny so far, by the way, 2 catches, 20 yards. And on 3rd and long, They try the draw to Abdullah, and Rutgers was right there waiting. Kamoko Toure with the tackle. They'll bring everybody after this. They don't get it. It is a high short kick. Simis up to field it, muffed it, bobbled it, and then able to grab it at the 35. 31 yards on the punt. Terrific field position for Rutgers. 4 minutes and 10 seconds for Rutgers to work with to try and pull a touchdown back before the break. They'll get Peoples out to the edge.
And just getting behind schedule and making it tough to get the second and longs and the third and longs.
Nova trying to drop it off to Peoples out of the backfield, but he got hung up in traffic. Gregory gets 2 linemen blocking him. They take him down. Nova will tuck it and run, and he'll get caught by Gregory, who got up off the deck to make the play.
His athletic ability after getting hit is as good as anyone I've seen. Sometimes he looks like he's blocking. He still has the ability to either get up or turn and run people down going to the sideline.
50-yard attempt for Kyle Federico, and it's blocked. Popped up into the air. It's caught by Mitchell.
And this is trouble for Rutgers.
They have blockers down the right side. Mitchell dancing around at the 42, and he tosses it backwards to try and find a teammate. And fortunately for Nebraska, they were able to hang on.
And that's why corners play defense. That stuff right there. I mean, open field, you have a chance. I don't even know what he was doing here when he turns around, but great athletic play to catch the ball. Now do something positive with it. That's not a smart play.
I believe that was Josh Falkenberry who was able to jump on it. Who gets the block here? Is it Collins, number 7 in red? No, I think it might have been Gregory. Let's see, is it 4 or 7?
Over first and 10 from the 37-yard line.
At any rate, the pressure came right up the middle, and then the toss back.
If that's what you want to call it.
I don't know if we have a name for that yet.
No idea what Mitchell was thinking when he got in the open field.
2:46 now for the Huskers to work with. Armstrong, iffy snap, but he'll try and make something of it. Picks up a few. Nova landed awkwardly after the tackle from Randy Gregory on that last third down play. Here is Abdullah. Bounces out to the 44. Be third and a few. And now Armstrong. Across the middle, this is Abdullah. To the 40, first down. Steve Longa took him down.
A nice job by Armstrong. Wants to go out. And that's the next phase of this game for Armstrong, is play with your eyes. Read the coverage. This is his third read to come downhill and find his running back. That is where Armstrong has a chance to improve, is his ability to read defenses.
They will unveil the top 25 rankings. Of course, the top 4 at the end of the season will get into the college football playoff. Armstrong looking for Bell, incomplete. Barnwell had the coverage. Third down coming up, 1:14 to go.
And that's who I keep my eyes on. If I'm Rutgers defense, Bell is out, watch Westerkamp.
Incomplete. They were looking instead to Lane Hovey.
That's intended for Lane Hovey.
After the timeout, the punting unit comes on. They'll try and bury Rutgers deep. And they will. Down at the 1, terrific punting continuing. That was Kalu who got down there to down at Fultz, who buried 5 punts inside the 20 last week. Gets this one inside the 5, 37 yards, and it's just right.
Yeah.
Nova will throw out of the end zone. Incomplete. They have hit Carew on the helmet. They don't even have a tailback in the game. It's just the fullback. Gregory trying to come off the edge. Another incompletion. Stops the clock with 51 seconds to go. Gregory will stay out there at right end. Rutgers has not converted on their last 4 third down attempts. Gregory again is triple teamed. The pass caught for a first down out to the 15. And Quick tempo for Rutgers. Pressure right up the middle. Nova gets the pass away as Malik Collins was bringing him down. Well, and you could hear the reaction from the crowd as they saw the replay here at the stadium a few seconds before we did. Well, the monitor immediately going for the right knee. Is Gary Nova, the senior from Elmwood Park, New Jersey. He's been in the starting lineup for the last 4 years. That is the backup, Chris Laviano, the redshirt freshman from Glen Head, New York. But the athletic trainers will have to help him over to the sideline. Now Rutgers will get a tailback in the game. It's Justin Goodwin. Goodwin gets the call. And it would appear that both sides will let the clock go. 21-7, Nebraska with the first half lead. The bigger development for Rutgers is that picture right there. Starting quarterback Gary Nova helped off the field. A late injury here to end the first half. For Nebraska, Tommy Armstrong with 1 rushing touchdown, 2 long TD runs for Amir Abdullah as he's over 100 yards, well over 100 in the first half.
We'll be right back with BTN Football in 60, presented by Quicken Loans after these messages.
We'll have a little extra time here. Nebraska, after the deferment in the first half, will have a go at it first. This is Amir Abdullah. Adding a few more all-purpose yards. He'll get out across the 25 to the 28. How about his touchdown runs today for Amir? Another one from 50 yards away.
Yeah, a couple long ones. You can see, you know, the defense for Rutgers had a chance at Abdullah a couple times on both of these long runs. He just has the speed and the quickness to outrun guys, make the cut, put the foot in the ground, and get upfield. And once he does that, once he gets to full speed, there's not much you can do.
He'll get the first call of the second half, and a burst off the right side. Abdullah breaks a tackle, and he could be gone again. Caught at the 25 and shoved out of bounds.
But the safety, and I believe this is Lorenzo Waters, you just have to take a better angle. I mean, you know what kind of running back Abdullah is. You know you can't come flat and catch up to this guy. You've got to take a better angle and insert yourself better in the run game when Abdullah gets the ball in his hands, or this is what happens. He'll gas your defense.
Amani Cross now on for Abdullah. Westerkamp and Bell both go to the left. They'll run Cross to the right. He's caught from behind and hauled down by Steve Longa, the leading tackler for the... Armstrong. Nice pass to Kenny Bell inside the 20 as he steps out around the 18-yard line. Empty set here. Abdullah lining up in the slot right as a receiver. And he is the target. The catch turns inside the 10. Steve Longa with the stop. That's almost 60 pounds per man.
Not bad on your math that time, actually.
58 to be exact. Into the end zone. Touchdown to the tight end, Sam Cotton. And Cotton got ISO'd with a linebacker for 6.
Outstanding throw by Armstrong. Put that right on the money. Pretty good coverage. Not a wide open, tight end, but he put it where only Cotton can get it, and Cotton makes a nice catch.
Extra point is good. First possession of the second half for Nebraska, and they strike 28-7. And they will kick it away to Rutgers. Will Janarian Grant return? Yes, he was suspended. Violation of team rules, didn't play in the first half. He is back out to receive the kick in his own end zone. We'll have an update for you on the condition of Gary Nova from Paul Carcaterra after the kick. As it appears there will be a change at the quarterback spot. So it is Laviano, the redshirt freshman from Glen Head, New York. He will hand it off to Desmond Peoples. Nova, the senior, now with the headset and the ball cap on the sideline. Laviano directing traffic. He's looking for a blocker, and he's got one. Laviano inside the 30, pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 25. Peoples is tracked down. Peoples. Mitchell couldn't bring him down. He'll get inside the 20 and won't get much farther. David Santos, the junior from Spring, Texas, is there. Good protection. Incomplete. Broken up by Mitchell, who had the coverage. And it's 4th and 9.
When he's standing up, he a lot of times gets bundled up in the middle and easier to block.
Gregory blocked a 50-yard attempt from Federico. This one is from 41, and it curves to the right and through.
And the kick is good.
Both teams score on their first possession of this second half, 28-10, Huskers.
BTN Football in 60 is brought to you by Quicken Loans for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
You used to be a pretty good skater back in your day.
Sportsorama every Saturday night in middle school. Kick is away. Abdullah from the 1. He thought he might have been in the end zone. He took a look down and now will come out with it. Abdullah across midfield. Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Amir almost didn't give it a go. Watch him look down. Am I in the end zone? Nope. Gotta go. And 76 yards later, he has set up the Huskers.
Yeah, you can see this is pretty nice blocking up front. And then you can see he just has to make the one guy miss right there, and then this is just speed out wide.
They move into 3rd all-time in Big Ten history behind Ron Dane and Archie Griffin. The direct snap to Abdullah. Carves it off the right side down to about the 23 for Armstrong stays in the pocket and fires that one inside the 10 to Kenny Bell. Kenny continues to move closer to... Still needs 25 yards to pass Johnny Rogers for that record.
You think they knew his record time?
Back to Bell, and he's tied it.
Nice little easy 5-yard out from the 10-yard line. I guarantee that Nebraska knew exactly where he was on that list for catches.
These Nebraska fans so good at getting quiet with their team on offense down in the red zone. Looking for Westerkamp. Touchdown, Armstrong. 3rd touchdown.
Little pick play down low. See, Notre Dame got to learn to run it like that. Don't just go block the defender. Just get in his way. You don't have to just drive block him out the end zone, and your job is done.
2 possessions and 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter for Nebraska. And the home team out in front, 35-10. Amir Abdullah having another big day. That one will pop back to Josh Hicks. And he'll get out to the 14. How about enough to... Nebraska fans are certainly rooting for Illinois right now. Goodwin out across the 20. Laviano stays in at quarterback, replacing the injured Gary Nova, who has not been back out after getting hurt at the end of the 2nd quarter. They beat Cal. Robert Martin out of the backfield. Motors out to midfield, and a 1st down for Rutgers.
People wonder why Auburn hasn't fallen after they lost that game. I just think when you looked at Auburn play, I just think that they're still in that top 4, across the country. When we talk playoff, I would still take Auburn over a lot of people, and that's why I call it takeability. I'm taking them over everyone else at this point in the season if they had to play on a neutral field.
Laviano, the pass complete to his tight end, Croft.
I think as these wins start to mount, you go 22 in a row, I think number 23, 24, they all get tougher because of the streak, and I give you credit for that part.
3rd and 5, Gregory. Missed, but the wind he created brought down the quarterback, Chris Laviano.
Yeah, Laviano could feel this one coming. Watch Gregory, the speed. It is almost as if he wasn't there. It looked like Mowdy wanted to look the other way, like, oh my gosh, don't leave me with this guy by myself. And then here he comes with the athleticism and the ability to close. When he sees his shot to get there, you're talking about a couple steps. You're talking 6'6". I mean, that's only 3 steps to close 7, 8 yards. That's what makes him different.
Laviano got caught in the vapor trail right there. Pearsonell with some problems initially, but able to pick it up off of one bounce and some big hits on the return.
Yeah, my best friend's a Jeff Gordon fan. I can't root for him.
Amani Cross to the 26.
And when I'm talking the combination of big play guys, I'm saying you can make a big play from anywhere on the field.
They might have lost it right here.
There's some of the sloppiness we talked about. That is another area where they've just been sloppy. Some with putting the ball on the ground, even though they've gotten a couple back. This one they lose, but there's been some sloppy play.
Another turnover goes Rutgers' way.
It looks like a pretty good snap. Looks like Armstrong just mishandles this ball.
So the second giveaway for Nebraska, and now play action, the rollout, he'll keep. Diving forward about 9 yards, just ducked under Corey Cooper, who's coming on strong. Quarterback will keep trying to get the first down inside the 10-yard line, and he's got it. So a 1st and goal coming up for Rutgers, trying to take advantage of the turnover.
From anywhere on the field, as we seen him score here today, and that's why I take these 3 when I talk about athleticism and playmaking ability.
Laviano, they set up the nice receiver screen. Carew dodging his way through traffic down to the 3.
Oh, they've gotten a field goal on the board, and here they have a chance to score again because they're continuing to play hard.
Peoples out of the eye, gets to the edge. Touchdown Rutgers. They convert the turnover.
Touchdown Rutgers. Desmond Peoples.
Good poise by the new quarterback in the game, Chris Laviano. And the cut here by Peoples to get away from Cooper.
A little bit of holding to get around the edge, but if they don't call it, it doesn't count. That's a touchdown. Nice running, nice play call, and again, nice effort by Rutgers to keep playing football.
Under 2 minutes on that short scoring drive, 35-17 Huskers. Minnesota actually probably has the toughest road because they still have Ohio State and then road trips to Wisconsin as well as coming here. Iowa probably would have the easiest because they have Wisconsin and Nebraska at home. And Pelini still can turn up the heat a little bit if he needs to, Joey.
I said a little calmer. I mean, he still has a little bit of fire now. Wonder what that poor guy did.
Shares a Buckeye background as a player. And longtime assistant coach. Now in his 7th season, the 3rd winningest coach here in Nebraska history.
We'll be right back with BTN Football in 60, presented by Quicken Loans after these messages.
Back here at Memorial Stadium, 35-17, Nebraska on top. It's been another big day for Amir Abdullah with a couple of long touchdown runs. He has 4 plays today of over 48 yards, including a 76-yard kickoff return to set up a score. He's on the sideline right now, and Amani Cross is doing some damage, muscling his way across midfield.
5 guys in the box, and that leaves Armstrong with a lot of room to mess around and take off running.
Like right here. Oh, and he's tripped up at the 40. And now Sam Foltz will try and put this one deep in Rutgers territory. Janarian Grant at his own 10-yard line. High boot. Grant a fair catch, drifting back to his own 7. Also on special teams with a blocked field goal attempt today. The pitch is to Goodwin out to the 10-yard line, wrapped up by Cooper. 3rd and 6. Gregory will try up the middle. Laviano's pass over the head of Croft and out of bounds. As forces the punt out of the end zone for Rutgers. DeMornay Pearsonell, he'll have a go from the 43. And down at the 39 and a flag as well.
On the return, legal block in the back. Receiving team number 7. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, Nebraska.
They've been awfully good since. All heading towards that November 8th showdown with Michigan State in the East Division. Michigan State, if you're looking at possibly two SEC and then Florida State from the ACC, Newby with a nice cutback and a flag down behind the play.
Holding, offense number 68. 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
Either side could have a pretty good argument in who wins the Big Ten championship game.
Armstrong out of the gun, has time, fires to Bell. The catch inside the 30.
No matter where it is, no matter what the situation is, he's ready to play football.
Abdullah's back in on the end around, and Abdullah will score another one. 23 yards. His record for career receiving yardage. Amir Abdullah's having another huge day. 3 touchdown runs for Amir, and a new school record in all-purpose yardage for a single game. This is Janarian Grant on the return. Out across the 45.
3 of those 6 interceptions came in one game versus Boise State.
In the first half.
He's been pretty good, especially when you watch him versus the Alabama team. That was a huge win for Ole Miss and a big game for Bo Wallace. And
then what appeared to be a knee injury to their quarterback, Gary Nova, knocked him out of the game. It's been Laviano here in the second half. The defense has been unable to stop the Husker attack. Play action, Laviano on the rollout. He will keep it. Trying to get to the edge. Martin hit by Cooper at the 5. Unable, though, to get back in the game. Martin. Touchdown, Rutgers. It hit it big. PAT is good. Rutgers goes 6 plays, 53 yards, 2 minutes and 56 seconds, and the first career touchdown for Robert Martin. Rutgers may be setting up for the onside kick here. They'll go to the right side, the high hopper. Oh, they got a hand on it, and then it goes out of bounds, and a flag down on the play as well.
Free kick out of bounds by the kicking team. That 5-yard penalty added on to the end of the kick will be first down, Nebraska. Please reset the game clock to 5:11. The ball was not legally touched.
That guy didn't touch it, right?
Looked like Longa got a hand on it.
I thought he did too. I thought it was touched by...
It's still out there for Kenny Bell, is 7 yards away from passing Johnny Rogers and another school record for career receptions yardage. Newby getting some nice work out there.
High-powered running games. I mean, they're really going to find out what it's like in this first season.
Which will become the rankings that we will use moving forward. And it all builds up to the announcement of the teams that will be in the playoff in early December. And trying to take care of the final seconds of this one. 455 yards of total offense for the Husker attack. And the handshake at midfield, 42-24, the final. Coming up next on ESPN2, it's Oregon State and Stanford. And we'll also spend time with College Football Scoreboard in the studio, presented by Honda. Along with Joey Galloway, Paul Carcaterra, and our entire crew, I'm Beth Mullins. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for watching BTN Football in 60, presented by Quicken Loans. Be sure to check your local listings for future episodes.